Hey guys, today we'll be putting the motor in the Z. So as you can see, we already took the hood off. And also, we cut the firewall and painted it with like some paint we got at Walmart. Just didn't really match, but we weren't after that. We just didn't want it to rust. So we cut all that out. I know that like some of these are sharp, but I'm already smoothing them down as much as I really could. Like that. It's hard, soft to the touch. This one's still a little pointy, but not super pointy. I just didn't want to get this. And yeah, we just cut that out. This is all cut out right here. This is cut out too, that hole, that's cut off. We didn't take the whole thing out because it just kept going further and further to the spot welds. We mainly did this because we wanted more clearance for the exhaust, and also the O2 sensor hit the firewall right here. So we went ahead and cut that out. All right, so we're gonna take off the engine stand thing real quick and do the rear main seal, put the transmission on, and yeah, all of that. How's Isaiah? Not sure if you guys heard the VTEC, but that was Isaiah with his new 2007 SI. Got something coming for that car. So of course, we ran into stuff like rear main seal is difficult to put on. We still didn't put the transmission on. Just a lot of little things like the headers and extra stuff, you know. So it's 2 days later, it rained yesterday, and now we will try to put the engine in today, hopefully. We didn't even attempt it. Let's try lifting it before we try pushing in, you ready? No? Alright, as you can see, we just slid it on. Just put a piece of wood right there, piece of wood right there. Oh! Alright guys. We got the engine in, took us like 10 minutes to get it into position where the transmission was ready, and then we took another probably 10-20 minutes actually putting it into the subframe holes where the engine mount goes, that silver thing. And it's hard to see on this side, but yeah, it's in. No tension on the chain. Well, there's a little, but not really, but yeah, engine's in. All right, so we don't really have anything else we can film because we are trying to build mid-mount turbos for DEs only now because someone actually hit us up one day after we posted the videos. We can't do anything starting the engine. We might start the engine. If we do start the engine, it's gonna be in this video. All right, so we don't feel like manually pumping it, so we cleaned out the old pump with brake cleaner and it can run dry, so we just brake cleaned it and ran the pump. And we're just gonna run the small end into the transmission. Put this into a bottle and power it with my battery from the R18. So we have to put it into one of these containers because the tube wouldn't go into there, not even with the silver thing off. I'll go ahead and put this in. Might as well put this in first. You ready?
Yeah.
That's fast.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Is it really out?
Yeah. As you can see, this thing works fast.
I mean, it's only 200. What is the eBay one that's like 70 bucks?
52, I think. This one's like 200 something dollars. But yeah, we're just gonna do that for like 2 more quarts or so, 2.5. All right, we're gonna pour this conventional oil in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See if it'll start. Who knows? We'll prime it and everything.
My bet is it's not. If it does start, it's not gonna hold it for very long. Or if it does start, something can go bad. But you know, hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, this right here this is how gravity works. This goes to the oil drain on the oil pan. Right there. I got that tube right there, and we're just doing that. We could just block it off, but I want to see if it leaks. We unplug the ECU and hope it works like a Honda. We even pulled the fuel pump fuse out so we can prime the engine. Hopefully it doesn't lock up right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna step back over here. Don't crank it for a long time. I just want to see if it cranks.
Good?
I guess so. I can do it a little longer. The ECU's back in and the fuel pump fuse is back in. Double checking nothing's gonna get in the way. Hopefully this thing starts. Something's not making it start. All right, so sadly, there's a big puddle of fuel down here and we can't check it right now, so tomorrow. All right, it's the next day and it turns out I forgot to tighten the fuel rail, so that explains the huge fuel leak we had yesterday. So we're gonna get that all done and reroute the harness a little bit so the sensor in the back can reach the evap purge thing. Then we're gonna try starting it again. All right, so we put the fuel rail back in and I myself actually tightened the fuel rail this time. So, and we just primed it and checked. There's no fuel coming out.
All right, guys, it's gonna be attempt number 2 on starting the Z. We're about to see if it leaks any fuel. You can go ahead and prime it. Yeah, prime it. Nah, nothing's leaking.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah. Hey! Oh! That was a backfire.
What the fuck? I thought something broke.
No, I think that was a backfire.
You wanna run?
Yeah. How's the oil pressure?
Good.
It has nothing on it. Back up and running. All right, so we had the car start for a while now. We grabbed the little filter right there. And right now we're just kind of let it idle so it gets to like fully warmed up. We don't have any coolant, so we can't have it running longer than we want to. So we're just gonna warm it up and then change the oil out, put new oil in, and then we're gonna do some more stuff and possibly go for a drive like in a couple weeks because we have a lot of other stuff to do with the car first. But yeah, so far it's running great. There's no leaks as far as we see. There was a little bit of like some liquid on the subframe, but we're not sure what it was.
Alright guys, so as you can see, the car started and we're making sure there's no leaks at the moment, and we got like random spots like this that make no sense. Like right there, but I think that was from the old oil filter sitting around that area. And it hasn't really leaked anything that we can see, to be honest. Sorry, napkin keeps blowing away. Put it under the cardboard. But yeah, our main concerns for the leak wise is like a timing cover, rear main seal area, the front main seal, or whatever front seal this is called right here. It's like right behind the crank pulley. Doesn't leak, so that's good. It leaked out the drain bolt earlier, but it wasn't tight at all, like hand loose kind of a deal. Oil filter leaked a little bit, so we just clamped it a little bit more. We're just trying to get like that 20-minute runtime thing, but we also have no coolant in the system. So we can just strain the oil again. So we gotta run it for like 5 more minutes and then it'll probably be good. Yeah, we're just stopping here and there to make sure it's not leaking and don't let it overheat. I don't think it will overheat, but you never know, just in case. We also plan to make a front new radiator support thing so we can get rid of all that, so we can free up all this room right here in case we want to do some stuff. Probably nothing too crazy yet, but it'll free up a lot of room. But yeah, you can see it's NA right now. But soon, hopefully, there'll be a turbo there instead of this filter. And we also hear this hissing noise, if you guys know what that is. It's like a really airy noise coming from like the intake manifold area. We're thinking it's like a vacuum leak or something. And at first we thought it was the intake. It might still be the intake. We're just worried that we have a vacuum leak. I don't know, if it was that bad of a vacuum leak, I don't know it would even run like that because it's idling normal. And we pulled off that one and just died. Like this vacuum line right here. I know we shouldn't run the car with no coolant, but we're just really trying to get that conventional oil out of there, and then when the break-in oil goes in, we will try to actually just put everything back in. But before that, we have to make the front clip like I was talking about, because that's gonna be our new radiator support. It's also gonna be our hood latch thing. If we don't get that going, we're just gonna put probably hood pins in, but we're gonna try our best to avoid hood pins and just make our own hood latch, well, from the original one on the radiator support somewhere over there. Might just like make a bar from here to here somewhere, but maybe not. We might just work off the new support we build because we kind of want to get rid of this so we can try to run a filter on the turbo. But yeah, just imagine all that room we'll get making a new front end kind of piece. So yeah, we're just gonna get back to it and we'll just show when we drain the oil. Then after that, that'll probably be about it. I'm glad we got to start the car in this video. Also, I've made a rear mount turbo jig from mid pipe back. I'm gonna be working on a mid mount pretty soon here before we can even drive that car. So yeah, if you guys want a rear mount too, this will fit any Y pipe off a stock Z or aftermarket, because I know it will fit the stock because this is an aftermarket Y pipe we put on to actually form this one. This goes from all the way from the Y pipe to the turbo. All right, so the rear main seal we believe is leaking, sadly, so we're gonna have to put the radiator on to let it run a little longer to actually see if that's what's leaking. We'll go from there. Hopefully it's not that. It probably is that though. All right, so we took out the whole motor like last week and we changed the rear main seal with the oil pan off and everything and made it really easy, so there's no more leaks now. We're actually gonna go on our first drive now. We even changed out the crank positioning sensor. We changed out the electronic throttle body. We changed the crank sensor because it didn't even start anymore. The sensor got ruined. I think our starter is starting to go bad too. It doesn't even always turn over, but we have a warranty on that. And the throttle body, that fixed some surging issue, right?
Kind of. It just surges like slightly, but
yeah, it surges slightly. But we're
it catches now too.
Yeah. It's really lean right now, but we're gonna see if we can drive it like a mile and mile back. Before we even go for a tune, we want to break it in a little bit. As you can see, we're moving.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, we're just making sure it actually can drive before we even attempt taking it on the road. We got oil pressure, can't even tell. All right, we're gonna go to my uncle's house real quick. So far, the AFRs are safe. It's hard to see on camera. Oh, it's a little lean, but I've seen worse. All right, first drive successful. Is it overheating?
No.
Okay, that's good. We're gonna have my uncle look it over real quick. All right, we made it back. There's no oil on the ground that I see.
That sounds like an exhaust leak.
Sounds successful to me.
Are you sure that's
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.